Alrighty. Hello, sexy soul. I'm having all kinds of. I had a sweatshirt on. I had it, and I was dying because like the weather here can't make up its mind, and so it's not too cold outside, and so the heater isn't even as high as it normally has to be, and I was getting hot, and I was like, oh my gosh, Lord of mercy. Yes, yes, yes. I showed up before taking a shower again. Don't you just love me? Hey, Kathy, how are you? Okay, so go ahead and grab your coffee, your tea, matcha, your wine, spritzer. I don't know. Get what you want. Okay, bring it back. It's funny because before I was started, like the one thing that kept going through my head, like the song kept on loop on loop. It was "It's About Damn Time" by Lizzo. And I know that she won a Grammy, and I'm exceptionally happy for that. But like there's been other times where I've had this happen where like it's a message from me, and I'll be laying at night and like something comes in and it's like a massive emphasis is put on something, and I'm like, oh, what are you trying to? Music can have messages. So I put that as the title because I was like, apparently there's and the funny thing is, I didn't get this feeling that there's a person going, gosh, it's about damn time. It feels like spirit's like, it's about damn time. Like one time, I had one of her songs come through and it was like, are you ready? Are you ready? And I was like, ready for what? What do you want? What to be talking about, spirit? So yeah, I don't know what's going on with my hair. I just wanted to sit down. Anywho's. Yay. I've been holding on to my tourmaline. I've also been directed to that. I don't know who else has been feeling that, but like I've been actually like rubbing it on my body and like allowing it to absorb. Like I have little weird rituals, guys. Okay, whatever. So needless to say, all right, I feel like we're just gonna start because I really don't know what to expect other than they kept saying that. It's about damn time. I'm like, for what? About damn time for what? We are in the season of using the divine doors. I can go 6 months without using this deck, but in the last 2 months, it has been like, you need to, like, I've been prompted to pull these very clearly, like that one. I'm like, okay. Like before I even got to ask. I don't know about y'all, but I'm so ready for like spring weather. As much as I would love to live in the New England area in the United States, it's cold there. And it gets dark quicker than it does like in some other spots. And I'm like, ugh, like I am an outdoor, I need sun and I need nature. And it's like, why am I drawn to an area that felt hot? I wasn't even close. What the fuck? Why am I drawn to an area that seems so counter to what it is that my body and soul craves to help balance out and feel good on this plane? Like I'm telling you, I'm one of those people, like I don't do as well in the darker months. So I don't know. Ooh, a cure for longing. Oh, is that door about to open? Is the sunlight coming? See, I talk about stuff for a reason. Look at how like it's almost as if the doors have been closed and then one opens, it creaks open, and the sun finally gets to shine through. And I'm talking about my longing for nature and for the sun and for like all this kind of like, I have to have it. Like, why would I want to go somewhere that I don't get it as much? Like, I don't get it. So it says, love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly, then you have arrived. I'm getting a spark inside that bring me to that one. It's almost like coming out of the cave, right? A heart healing. Morning now has had its time. Like no more time for feeling like, woe is me, 5 of Cups energy, anything like that. feeling like you're the one that's left out, you're the one that's whatever, like you just, do not pay a single dime. Emerge from the darkness. A new day starts. Let light embrace the healing heart. Time to emerge. A spark inside. Okay. We're getting frou-frou. I have like a restlessness inside. Like I feel like this isn't going fast enough. It's not bringing me what I want to hear. Like I feel like when you are laying in bed and you can't help but move, like that's what it's feeling like to me. Like I have a restlessness inside my body. Three-eyed raven. Now this is a synchronicity. Can I just fucking say? I sit there and go on a rant, seemingly out of nowhere. I don't know why I'm talking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm so glad with the sun. Like, why do I want to live somewhere where there's not sun? I have to have the sun. And I need the warmer weather so I can get outside and all kinds of stuff. And each one of these talks about or has, like on their image, sun finally peeking through, right? Three-eyed raven. So we're obviously going to be talking about this. And it says, I shit you not, a sunrise hits upon the dew. A messenger raven calls out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. I feel like there's one more, and like I'm so restless, I want to move on. Maybe that's your energy. Like I'm so ready to move on. Maybe you do feel like it's about damn time, but it didn't feel like that energy was stuck on a particular person. It really felt like Spirit's like, golly, it's about damn time. What's the fourth one that you want? Anything else? We're talking about the light. Things coming to light. Okay. It is the card of patience. That is a long hallway, right? Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. So they're saying time to come out of your cocoon, your isolation, your hermit mode, time to come out of your protective walls. Like I feel like something is going to ignite or spark you. And from that, you're going to kind of come out of things. You're going to come out of this little whatever it is. And they're like, trust me, it's all going to come to light soon. Something unexpected is about to happen. You're gonna, like we've been telling you this shit. You'll see. That's what I feel. You'll see. It's like feeling alive again. You almost kind of feel slightly numb when you're in the dark, when you're in your cocoon, when you're in your protective barrier and things like that. Like your time for feeling sadness and left out and despair has come to an end. Your dislike for how things have gone about and your preoccupation with that and your focus being on that has come to an end. It's time to feel alive again. It's time to feel alive again. You're going to receive some kind of news or something unexpected is about to happen, and you're going to feel alive again. Just wait and see. You're going to see. Like, everything's going to come to light. Okay. So what's coming to light? What is this something unexpected? That's all we fucking care about. Let's go there. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. For this to be something where it's like it's about damn time. I don't know why. This has got to be the energy of someone that I'm reading for. It feels very much like it's like I don't know. You feel so numb, so like you don't feel anything. Because I feel like right now I'm in such a very kind of energy, a very blasé, monotone type of energy. And you would think, I don't know if you feel like you've been told one too many times something good's coming. So you're like, and that might be why they're like, you'll see, it's about to happen. Because if someone were to say, oh my gosh, your favorite hunky actor is right over there, I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? I should be like that. Like the energy should be like, you know what I'm saying? Or like if someone texts you and says, oh, come to such and such location, so and so is here. Like you'd think that you'd be like, oh, you know, and it's like, that's the energy. It feels very low key. And I'm like, what? Where's the excitement? So I guess something's about to happen to bring that up, right? To ignite you. So, okay. So something's about to happen that has to jolt you out of that, right? Because it's not a matter of like, oh, I don't necessarily trust. You're just kind of waiting, but you can't seem to help feel numb to things, like not having any kind of emotional reaction, almost not being in touch with your emotions. So it's almost like you've disengaged from your heart chakra for a period of time, and because it does talk about heart healing. And so it's almost like they're showing me the paddles, like when someone's heart stops beating and they have to shock you back. So that's that spark inside. Like there's some kind of spark, something that's going to require, it's going to feel adventurous. It's going to feel exciting because they're talking about living boldly, right? So it's literally like something's going to happen. The thing that's going to come in, the unexpected thing, is going to have to be good enough to wake you up, wake your heart up, like to get it beating again, is what it feels like. It feels like you have flatlined. Out of having been in this mourning. When I say mourning, it's like the like really grieving, the grief period. But something's got to bring you out of that, because even when you get done with the grief period comes the stepping out, and unless there's something worth stepping out for, you get very complacent. You don't feel the motivation to do it. So something exciting, something that will ignite you and propel you to come out. It's like it's going to make you feel again. Feel alive. Okay. We're going to go with the Starman Tarot. Please tell us about the unexpected. Let's talk about the messenger calls out with news. There's some kind of news coming in, something unexpected. Because you would think that I would have like usually I step into this kind of, and I'm like, oh yes, and it was not like that at all. It's a okay. I think faith has just been burdensome. I'm putting this back because I didn't just. We got the 10 of Wands, guys. Like you're about to be able to put that burden down. Like whatever, like the having to keep, we talked about it yesterday, like having to keep taking action without any kind of reciprocity or any kind of feedback or any kind of anything that would it felt depleting to do that. Like why would I keep taking action towards something? Why would I keep going? Why would I keep trying? Like, that kind of energy. And so like the idea of it's also like the boy who cried wolf. Where he, and I don't know, for those who are not American, we have a nursery rhyme that talks about where he cries wolf, and like people come running because he's the shepherd. He's supposed to be watching the flock, the sheep, right? And so he'll cry wolf, and he thinks it's hilarious because people come running panicked, to try and help save them and everything like that. But he does it so many times, and he pranks so many times, where it's like people no longer, they become desensitized. That's what you are. And so when the wolf really arrives, he cries out like, help, help. And the wolves like ransack the sheep, and he loses his entire herd, not flock, herd. And people didn't come out to help. They didn't believe it anymore. And that's what this feels like. It feels like the idea of getting excited for something that doesn't show up. You're like, and they're like, That's okay. You'll see. And this burden, like faith at some point can feel like a burden. You're about to be able to put this down. Like getting excited and feeling alive. Okay. Just 10 of Wands with a 5 of Swords. I think this is just more the same energy. 10 of Wands being like having to really carry this alone without any type of indication that you're close to home or that you're going to get help or that things are going to get better. And it becomes so burdensome that you're weary. You're weary over here. And it's like you've waged war within your own mind. You know what I mean? Your own mental realm has felt very imprisoning is what I want to say. 5 of Swords. But here comes the inspiration. Here comes the spark. We've got the Ace of Wands. We're going to be asking about this. I'm asking about what's unexpected. And then we have the 6 of Wands, which is success, and the 7 of Swords. Okay. Even with the idea or notion of coming out at the other side and there being success on the horizon, you just feel like, again, it's that desensitization, like the other shoe's going to drop, like you've gotten too excited too many times before. You're not going there now. You've almost like unplugged from the heart space, from feeling anything, because what came with that was also disappointment, and that was what was so burdensome. Carrying that in conjunction with faith was just too much. So what is, we don't need to recap, we get it. Okay, we want to move along and get the details and get an understanding of what's coming to. So we don't need to rehash this. They've lived it, they understand it. We don't need to talk about it anymore. I've already acknowledged what's happening. What is the surprise? What is this something unexpected? What is the news? That's what we want to know. Whatever it is that puts you in a role that you're going to really like, it's going to get you back into your heart and feeling. You're going to feel good. Like this is feeling like connected to something. Queen of Cups is the energy of her cup is full. She's leading with her heart, and she's engaging in things that speak to the heart. And it's getting you into a more peaceful state of existence. We've got the Queen of Cups with the 6 of Swords. So this news or this unexpected turn of events is going to allow you to, and the Queen of Cups always talks about finding a role that's a perfect match to you, that speaks to your heart, that allows you to live from the heart. Whether it is partner, mother, that type of role, or it could be a career, a job. And it takes you out of the really choppy, rocky waters and into something more peaceful. I'm going to put this deck back. It wants to be very broad. So we're going to pull this one. I'm not in the mood today. I'm like, I don't want to hash something a million ways when we've already hashed it a million ways. I get it. You know, it's almost like that makes me want to disengage from the message. I'm sure that's whoever this is. So there's a balancing that happens where as low as or as depleted and desperate and empty you may have felt, imagine what it would take to bring that up to balance. To bring it, it's almost as if, like, let's imagine what you've been going through is someone that's excavating, right? outside, and they have one of those big backhoes that has the big scoop, and they keep digging, and you just kept getting lower and lower and lower and lower. Like, how much dirt, how much would it take to fill that back up, to build you back up in order to break even, in order to be above ground again, right? Like, the amount that it would take to do that. That's what this is, because we've got the Justice card here. It's bringing things back into balance. And it would take a lot, right? Because if you've been going through this for an extended amount of period of time, and if, depending on how many times, like with the boy who cried wolf, it's like, geez, God, what would it take for someone to have faith again, for someone to believe that individual, like for that village to trust that person again, as many times as they've cried wolf, it's coming, and it never comes. Like, what would it take for you to have that faith again in spirit? And that is what's about to happen. Think, because like it would take a lot more than one little thing going right, one little thing happening, or like shit comes in and my finances are finally stable for the next couple months. Well, guess what? I'm still not gonna trust, because time and time and time again, it's been shown that doesn't stick around. I keep thinking things are finally clear, and it's like I'm constantly finding myself in the back in the same place. So it would take a lot more than just that for me to have faith again, or hope to feel. Because at this point, it's like I've got to go numb. I've got to disengage in order to be able to survive. Right? What would it take to get you out of survival mode and into thriving? It's going to be more than just a little something. Oh, look, one thing went right. Right? That's what's about to happen. The unexpected is about to really balance things out. It is a rebirth. It is absolutely a rebirth. A closing of one door, opening of another. We've got the Nine of Cups, which is all about the your... Hold on, I'm going to do this. It's something that you've wanted, and you've it's that wish that you've been thinking of, that you quit thinking of, you quit asking Spirit about, you quit believing in because of the boy who cried wolf situation. So many times, feeling it come near, feeling it close, and it just doesn't. It doesn't. And it's like, you know what? It just doesn't. Sorry, I'm trying to... allow that to go in. So it's a personal, it's a wish fulfillment. It is reaching that desire and getting you where you are personally content. You feel joy again within your own skin, within your own body, with your existence, right? Ten of Pentacles. The type of justice it would take. Ten of Pentacles. That's everything. That's not just one thing going right or one area of life finally balancing out. It's every fucking thing balancing out. It is everything, feeling joy and contentment in everything. It is turning the tides and shutting the door on the Ten of Wands. Okay? It is all of that. Because at this point, that's what it's going to fucking take. And so what would have to happen? Like, imagine something so immense that it literally, like, it ticks off everything. You're like, this is it. Like, look at this area in life, and look at this spot, and look at this, and look at this. It's like, there's so much. Like, Spirit, there's so much it would take. So much it would take. And they're like, fine. Ten of Pentacles is all about that, right? Ten of Pentacles is more than just, it is joy and happiness and contentment. It is no longer carrying the burden, because remember, we only get to the Pentacles by going through the other suits, right? Ten of Wands, we get to put that burden down. No longer having to do it alone. No longer being the sole bearer of that burden, right? Ten of Swords is it's only going up from here. Ten of Swords is the worst happened. It can't get any worse. You go from the 10 to the 1, right? 10 of Cups, pure fucking joy and contentment and love, not just within oneself, but with others. It's like you get to 10 of Pentacles. That's why we call this the legacy card. This is something that's meant to stick around, right? It's like it's everything and material happiness as well, material success. So it's all of it in one. Like it would take that fucking much. Let's get more specific. So they're trying to build you up, like think big. Like when we're saying, and it's funny because I want to go and say it feels like a domino effect, but it really feels like it's clustered, like a lot happens at once. Or very close together, right? I want to know more about the Ace of Wands. What specifically is unexpected? Like what? Give me details. We're looking for details. What's included in this cluster? They're playing that song for me. It's about damn time. I'm ahead again. Oh my gosh. I gotta start putting makeup on, you guys. I look so marshmallowy. How long? For 2 weeks now? The bees. This is flat out luck, success, milk and honey. Like this is like the good shit happening. This is the season of the bees. Again, I think this is the time for things to be able to finally grow and take off, right? I dropped my crystal, my stone, my tourmaline, because we have the lily. And then we have the burden, and then we have the feminine. It's like, I hear freeing your feminine, freeing yourself. That's why you've not really been in you, because you've detached from emotion, you've detached from hope, you've detached. And when you detach from that, you detach from creation, because that's where creation stems from, is the possibility of things. And if you no longer feel connected or want to feel connected to the possibility, because somehow it also brings with some of the negative feelings of like disappointment when a creation isn't allowed to unfurl, like you're able to drop this burden. It's an exceptionally positive turn of events and allowing you to step fully into your feminine energy, back into creation, back into abundance. That's where abundance comes from. I have a whip and I get more of the agony and despair. It's feeling like really shitty about yourself, because the whip was known, like when you felt like you weren't living up to your potential or your divinity or whatever else. It's like self-sabotage. It's self-sabotaging thoughts, self-sabotaging behaviors, being angry. It is something very tainted, right? With the star. And I do get a sense of healing what you felt. So I think you've had a bit of self-blame and feeling like you're like something external, like you feel worth it, but you're like, why doesn't the universe, like, in order to save yourself from going down that path of self-sabotage with your thoughts and self-loathing, you had to detach. But there's a whole brand new beginning, whole freaking new path that's in front of you. We get that. We want details on what this thing coming in is. You can expect it very soon. Expectation and family room. Family room means it's right there, right next to you, really close, very soon, imminent, immediate. What is this news coming in? Again, the family room. They're emphasizing this. Whoever this is for, it's exceptionally close. It's literally right next to you. It's about to happen. Like, yesterday, people were like, but when? Well, I don't know if this one's for you or not, but they're telling you, they're emphasizing it. It's exceptionally close. Okay, for some of you all, you don't know, but you're gonna be moving areas. Like there's gonna be a new move ahead of you. For some people, there's a new move. This news or unexpected venture or unexpected turn of events is going somewhere new. It's either a trip. Why am I suddenly? I can't get it. What the? It's a trip, but I'm getting a move because I'm seeing a new community. Look, we've got the journey card, which is all about going places, packing up shop and going somewhere else, a new environment, a new location, something. And then we have community, which can be your social network, like a completely new social network. So for some of you all, it's like you're no longer you're going to have a completely new soul tribe. You're going to have a completely new a group of individuals, support network system, right? But for others, this is an actual move because you can't, like the cards read themselves. The journey card, which is all about the fucking move, like going somewhere on a trip or actual moving home. It's brand new, child, community. So we're moving to a brand new community at a distance. Pathway is also about getting on the road and moving, going down a different, it can literally mean roads. Like in the book, it says that. So for someone, your happy little ass is about to move real quick. The opportunity to move is about to happen. And it's going to be very unexpected because you're going, there's no fucking way. Like I ain't got nothing going on right now. Like I have nothing. Nothing. I wouldn't have the money. I wouldn't have this. I wouldn't. Well. Wouldn't that make it unexpected? Just saying. Okay. We're going to leave this out because this feels like it's for a lot of people. We're going to keep asking. What is this unexpected? So for somebody, someone is about to fucking move. Who else? Let's get some details. Who else? It's going to ignite you. Couldn't you imagine if you have been in such a lull and doldrum to suddenly get to go to a new place, a new adventure, a new community? It's like the excitement, like gets you revved up and going. It's like a new home with new energy, with I mean, there's a lot of people that would that would definitely spark them up, like fuck yes, because they want out desperately. They know they're not supposed to be where they're supposed to be. Like they're not meant to be where they are, and so it's literally like Like that would, fuck yeah, that would bring them back to life. Right? Hold on. Yeah. What about other people? Who else? Okay. Somebody else is about to meet somebody. Someone else, the time to meet someone is exceptionally close. Like, I would say if this, because guess what came out again? Just take a guess. Just a wild hair up your ass guess. Like, fucking journey card again. Okay. So what's really close is, because on this is the masculine. Going on a trip, going somewhere. Making moves. This can be about making moves, but heavily the journey card is much more than just, because they just wanted to say, oh, you're going on a new path. They would use the pathway card. The journey card really holds a lot when it comes to travel, very specifically. Like, instead of just like movement and growth in a spiritual sense and a mental sense, no, this is in your real world. What does it mean in your real world if you're going places? You fucking going places. So there's some kind of travel or somebody incoming, because we have the masculine here. We definitely do have the masculine. So if you're a masculine, you may be going somewhere. You may have the opportunity to go somewhere as a potential gift. Like this opportunity to do something or go somewhere. I get the sense of like travel. Like this feels more like, instead of a move, this feels like more like travel. Like this feels like either someone's coming into you, or if you're masculine, you're about to go somewhere and do something. This is an opportunity from the universe. A gift is like a very positive opportunity to venture somewhere. And then we've got here where we've got the thief card, where it's like this sense of like missed opportunity or distraction, where like this could be taken from somebody kind of thing. Like you feel like, oh, it's not possible because if something good happens and so-and-so's going to make sure I don't get to do it kind of thing. And they're like, no, because we got the official person, meaning that this isn't something that's in your control. Okay. So it's not a sense like, if you're the one trying to make the arrangements and you're trying to do whatever, then you are the one that's in control. And so it's easier for someone to interfere. Okay. But if this is a gift coming from somebody else, they can't do shit. That's why I think these two are together, because we got the thief card where it's like somebody else can't take this because somebody with more authority is bringing this into you. So there is an opportunity that's being brought to you. It could be a chance to go somewhere for a work trip. It could be a chance to go on a trip to network and, whatever else it is. But I do feel like this is either someone who is masculine coming to offer you something, or they are giving me this repetitively. There's a masculine in the collective that's going to listen to this. You're going to have the chance to go somewhere. Something about going somewhere else. Like it could be a day trip, but I get the feeling, I know this sounds really weird. I get the feeling like it's at least a 2-hour, and so it's not like an easy, just whatever. Like this also would require overnight stay. Like there's something about being offered the opportunity to go somewhere. I don't know if it's for a job interview. I don't know if it's for, what is it for? Fuck. Give me good question. Good question, whoever asked. What is this trip for? What is this movement for? Is it for fun? Is it for work? could have put an end to. Ooh, I get it. Okay. Something about this gift, this opportunity puts it into the him and haws. There's because like either some type of negotiations need to go, like there's some type of contract here. For some, it's a contract and there's like this back and forth, right? For others, there's a him and haw. There is some kind of like things are up in the air because the courthouse card is all about the mediation, the back and forth, the pros and cons. It's like the indecisiveness. It puts it in, this gift will put an end to your indecisiveness because we have adjudication, which is all about the final decision. I said, what is the gift? Like, what exactly is this gift? And somehow it puts an end to this back and forth. Maybe, maybe not. Yes, no, I don't know. This mental conflict, maybe the Five of Swords, whatever it does, it stops this not knowing. You get like an answer to something. You get an answer to something. Okay, tell me about that. Hold on. Oh, I just got chills. You get an answer. Like if you've been saying, what do I do about this? You get a fucking answer to that. This gift is your answer to that. All right. I'm liking this a lot. Now I'm excited. Shut up. I'm going to get the things. Oh. Okay. The journey feels like I cannot help but getting like there's a masculine that's going to be invited somewhere. And can I just say, I know that generally we just talk in energy, but they're giving me very specifically, it's someone who identifies as a man because they keep saying a male, a man. And I'm like, okay, that's beyond just masculine energy, somebody who's in their masculine. Like, I feel like this is a man. So whoever's watching me, there's a man out there that's going to get invited somewhere to go somewhere. And in that is a gift that's going to get you out of this back and forth energy. It's going to stop this back and forth, not knowing, indecisiveness. Like I need an answer to something, and you're going to get because this is also the adjudication is about finding a resolution to something. So you're going to have something resolved. Like somebody's going to invite you somewhere and it's going to get resolved, and you don't have to worry about losing out on this because you're not the one that's in control. Somebody else is bringing this in. So nobody can tamper with this is what I want to say. When I'm asking about the journey and I'm like, what is it specifically? We get the recognition, high honor, where someone's like, you know what? I want you. Like someone's picking you, or someone's saying yes to you, or someone is like highlighting you, whatever it is, it's elevating your status. So it's either elevating your status as in your home status, because this could end up in a move. But right now I'm getting like an invitation somewhere, right? And so or an elevation in your stability. So if you were like, I need to address my finances and I have to do something right now, what is the answer? And you've been up in your head and you've been hemming and hawing and going back and forth. You don't really have a set, you're trying to pros and cons of everything and debating things within yourself, and you don't know really what the answer is. That answer is coming. You're going to get invited somewhere, and in that is going to be the answer to something. And it's not something that you can, like you've not had control over this. It's coming to you. And people can't interfere with this because it's something that somebody else is going to offer to you. But it's elevating your stability. Okay. What else? We got so many people. We're just going to do this until we quit getting answers. Well, in that one scenario, in one of the scenarios, it would be like whatever it is, it's very unexpected. You know, the prepare, because it says prepare for the unexpected. So it's almost like you need to get in the energy of like just expecting something and being willing to go with it, because it's going to take you by surprise and you're just going to have to go with the flow. So instead, it's not something that you can't prepare for something specific. All you can do is prepare to be surprised. Like something may happen swiftly, fast, unexpectedly, and you're like, shit. You know what I mean? And so it's almost like, you know how like sometimes you're like, you want spirit to kind of like give you a heads up, like if some shit's about to go down, right? And they're like, the only thing, you know, and you're like, just let me know things are about to happen, just so I can prepare, so I'm not feeling, you know, jerked off kilter. You don't have to tell me what it is, but at least give me a heads up if shit's about to change. This is them going, hello, bitch. Things are about to change. Because whatever it is, it feels like there's not, whatever the actual thing is, the actual change or what the change leads to, you can't necessarily, there's not anything you can do to prepare for that. Much like with this last scenario where they're like, no one can take it from you. It's not in your control, so nobody else can tamper with it. It's like literally going to be offered to you by some sense of authority. Don't miss the opportunity by all means, but like it's not really something that can be taken from you. And so it's literally like you know, because if you've been up in your, you know, so it's a sense of like, this person can't necessarily prepare for what it is. Like they're not going to tell you what it is. They're just letting you know, by the way, we've got some shit planned. Can't tell you everything, okay? Because there's nothing you really can do to get ready for that. Like, you know, you think, okay, let's say, what if they did tell you, girlfriend, you's about to move house and you're panicking. You're like, what? And if spirit came down and said, in 2 weeks, you got to be out of here. You're like, what the fuck? What the? And there's like not really much you can do because your house really isn't, you know, like you're not very, like you can pack and you're like, but you got no way to know where am I going? What am I doing? Like you can't really prepare for it. You can't magically pull $3,000 out your ass to pay for all the moving expenses and to put a down payment somewhere else. You're like, oh shit. It's one of those situations where it's like, all you can do is be prepared to ride that wave when it gets here. So that you're not in a, they're like, get yourself ready. Get yourself ready. Okay, who else? What else? Give us another scenario for someone else. What is this news, this unexpected event that's going to occur? Well. New love. I mean, can't get more blunt and to the point than that. How do you prepare for new love? I mean, in all honesty, you can like, you can shave, you can, like, here's the thing, it is so fucking close. It's almost as if they're like, yeah, there's not much you can do to prepare. Like, you can take a shower, you can make sure your hair is done every day, but you're like, if you were like, I need to lose weight, sorry, bitch, too late. Too late. If you're like, I need to get a tan, I'm sorry, too late. That you ain't nothing to prepare for. Just know that it's about to change. If you're like, wait, I need to heal a little more, they're like, sorry, too late. It's about to happen. You can't really do anything to prepare for it. You know, if you're like, I need to go out, start going out, you know, like, if I swear to you, I feel like it's like, it's too close. That's why there's not much for you to prepare for. All you can do is go, like, it's literally like when someone says there's bad weather out there, right? And you never know when it's going to hit. And people have been saying, there could be a tornado, and maybe not. I know not everybody has tornadoes. Imagine a hurricane on land. That's a tornado. We have a lot of those here. I am definitely in prime tornado area. So you may be going along and it seems like it's getting calm outside, and all of a sudden, like, there's only so much you can do until the thing happens. Like, you can't really prepare. The only thing you can do is like, I know where I'm going to go in my house if something like that hits. Right? And you can't like go, I'm going to go and I'm going to go travel and visit my friend in another state when this happens, because shit, first off, there's no guarantee it's going to happen. You can't rearrange your life like that. Like it's one of those things where it's like at the last second, you get like 2 minutes warning the sirens are blaring, and no. You just have to be ready and willing to know how to handle the unexpected. But as far as like preparing and like, there ain't much you can do. It's on a whim. That's what it feels like. Like, this is just like, I'm sorry, honey. If you hadn't done what you wanted to do before now, it's too close for you to really do anything other than get ready. We's about to go on a roller coaster. They've been warning you for months now. Love is on the way. Now suddenly you're like, wait, what? But I need to get new clothes because my clothes are ugly. I haven't done makeup in a long time. I need to learn how to do my makeup again. Sorry, honey. It's already here. So whatever this is, and I think the timing of it has everything to do with, like, now there is no like, what do I gotta do, Spirit? There is nothing. Just be open and like, just be ready for the rush and the wind, like the rush of everything. Like, it's, yeah. New love. I swear this is hilarious. Okay. Like, you're all like, but if I don't want to get out, like, there's concern here, and in the community, it's like, I just heard somebody's like, I don't want to date somebody here. Like, you're like, I better not meet somebody from where I'm from, because no. I'm also like, there's concern about just having to make connections and like network, like new people. Like, it feels a certain way. It just feels a certain way. It's like, I don't want to. Is what I got to people then. That's what that is. I've got to fucking people. I got to get out of the house. I got to do things. Like, you can't, like, love, like, they're going to expect to do stuff. I haven't peopled in a long time. You're just like, you're concerned about making new connections. You're concerned about like what that means for you. And I got to get out and I've got to like socialize again and I've got to go do things. And I haven't been in that. And they're like, expect it's coming. Expect a masculine to arrive. And it's almost as if like, they're like, you don't have to worry. Because, sometimes like there's a little bit of filtering, right? Like, because if you think of community, it's like all the people's like, you mean I've got to like, I got to sift through people? Like, well, what does this mean, Spirit? Shit. You know what I mean? Like, I have to gauge or guess if they're the right one. Like, what? And they're like, no, you can expect a man. You can expect. You've been waiting for this masculine. You've been waiting for this man. You've been waiting for this one. And then we've got, you don't have to worry, great fortune. It's as if they're the one, because the great fortune came out next to the main male, which would be the person that you've been waiting for, motherfucker showing up. And you're all like, oh my God, but what if they're not? And they're like, you don't have to worry about it. Great fortune overshadows anything that's negative. False person is like, can I trust them? Is it really them? And they're like, yes. You may have been so disengaged, right? That you were so numb to the idea and notion you've been told too many times they're coming, that what you could have done to prepare for it, like, sometimes we want to feel really good in our own skin, and we want to feel like we've been, like be in a certain energy and a certain whatever, and it's like, we're not, because we got to the point where we're like, yeah, okay. And then the shit shows up and we're like, oh shit. Oh shit. Are you shitting me? It's like the idea of your friend telling you that so and so likes you, and you're like, sure. And I think they might reach out to you. I think they might whatever. And like weeks go by, nothing happens. And so you pigged out the night before. It's 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. You're still in your pajamas. You haven't had a shower. Your house is a mess, and the motherfucker shows up on your front porch, knocking on your door. You're like, are you shitting me? Like your time to have gotten ready for this has already passed. Oh, it's like, if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. It's that energy. And they're like, oh, well. Oh, well. But you were so desensitized. You're like, I'll believe it when I see it. And they're like, okay. Okay. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Any other scenarios we can talk about? Because they like the details. They like to know for themselves, like, how does this play out? What does it look like? When you're sitting saying something so close and it's unexpected. Your worry is about to change. Tell me about the philosopher. Is this like business context or like, because this is feeling like somebody has not felt like they don't know who they can trust. And I feel like this is permeating. We've got several cards that came out that are the same, but this is a different message. So we're going there. I think this might be touching on the right connections and like when we talked about like your tribe coming in or like the right support systems, right? Like I've had too many people that I've trusted before that I shouldn't be able to trust. I found out I couldn't trust. And, so I've been doing hermit mode by myself because there ain't very many good people out there that are in alignment with me. I tried, and there's not very, because there's this false person and concern. It's like who's being real in my life and who's not, who's wearing a mask, who's really showing up as themselves, who can I trust? And then I get community. In this one, this is because we don't have a particular person, we have a group of people. There's no particular person in the spread that's out here. So this isn't the same thing as the person coming in or a connection. You're actually about to meet individuals that are going to be a true support network. This distrust of others and not knowing who you can trust and who you can connect with and who's really going to be there for you, who's the support system, who's showing up authentically, that's about to change. There's going to be a major change. There's going to be an elevation. Okay. And I also feel like this may go a little bit back to the environment change that we were talking about, a potential move, because I'm also getting the whole sense of like, you feel like you're in an unsafe environment. You feel like you're somewhere that you can't trust. You don't feel grounded or safe where you're at. Because if we're talking about community, this also could be your neighborhood, the area of town that you live in, the state. Like in the United States, there's just some certain people that there's a lot of states that are trying to rip and tear people's rights away. And they're targeting various populations like the LGBTQ. I always mess that up, but I'm trying. I'm used to LGBTQ. And there's like IA and plus, I think now. And I fuck it up every time because I'm stupid. And then there's women that they're going after. And there's like an increase in racist, bigoted acts going on, and they're trying to introduce these things into law. It's like, it's terrible. You may not feel safe. Like you don't feel like you're in an environment that you feel safe. You can't trust the people that are around you. There's no real support network there, and that's going to change. So it's either about it's finding new people. It's finding a new place. Somewhere you feel safe and people that you can connect with, right? It is changing. And again, this can be a particular move because in this one, there's all these suitcases and they're loaded up in this. So if that is your instance, it's about to change. You're going to have a lot of great fortune. Okay. And I want to ask about that. There's a lot of great fortune to come. Like this change is going to be exceptionally beneficial to you. It's going to address those concerns that you have. Where's the information? Something final. Okay, I get that, but I don't understand. Like, what is this one in this situation? These are some good informations. Look at you, Minister. Come on now. We're going to stick with the reading and focus on the news and the unexpected aspect. Oh, so you're like this not feeling safe or not having a support network or not having people you can trust around you. So the change, it pivots around resolving that issue. It's a resolution. That's what the my thing just puts like, sorry, my computer does stuff. And so it's like, yeah, that's what the gift is. That's what the good fortune is. There's going to be a solution to this, which I would say is a new contract. There's something, a new agreement, some type of documentation, a legal document. It looks like a lease, home buying, something like that. Or a commitment on the horizon that's going to okay, talk to me about this. I feel like this is distracting me too much. I don't know why. I'm getting from the courthouse like collaboration as well. So like, you're going to find people that you can connect with and collaborate with and work with. It's more of a group energy. And they're going to help to elevate you. They're going to recognize you and love you for who you really are, is what I'm getting. But I also get like some kind of documentation on that. They won't leave that one alone for me. It's like meeting in a middle ground, like the two of you, because with the courtship card, this is like new context, new people, meeting people. So it is the same thing. I'm not sure if there is some kind of new lease in your horizon that helps to get you with these new contacts, these new people who are very supportive and loving. This is like chance encounters, things like that. Or if there's like a work agreement or whatever else that kind of gets you in connection with. I'm seeing like papers, and I don't understand that aspect of it. I don't understand what that plays in. And this felt like some intrusive energy. It was like it felt like it had nothing to do with what was being said. I was like, I kept trying to like, oh, is it Queen of Pentacles kind of energy? Is it kind of, and I don't know who that is. Maybe there is a older female that's going to come in and be that support for you for somebody. But it felt very like interruptive. I don't know. One last time, let's see if there's anything else. What is the unexpected? What is the news that's going to be coming in? Because it's obviously coming very fast. It's really close by. It's like already there. say. One more scenario, and then someone's work is going to improve. Someone is doing something right now because they feel like they have to. Like, you've got to do this in order to get by. You've got to do this just to meet your bills. It's like not doing something because it's super skilled or super, like because you're passionate about it. It's like you're doing something because you have to in order to be able to get by, but you're going to be elevated out of that. Someone's going to recognize your talents and your skills, or this is like a recognition, like this is like going through an interview process and someone saying, you're really good for this. Like, you should be doing this. Like, someone's going to elevate you out of an existing position, or you doing things you have to do. Like, if you've been doing something just because you got to, rather than because you want to, that you're being elevated out of that. Yeah. Yep. It's a resolution. It's finding a solution to this. So you've been doing some kind of work because you have to make money. And because otherwise, like, you're stuck financially. Someone is stuck financially. You're doing what you've got to do. It's not really elevating you. It's not getting you out of poverty, because that's what this elevation would be. It would be a resolution to this poverty. It's elevating you out of poverty. So you're like, someone's having to literally just do work just to be able to get by. And it's not really a benefit to them. And that's the unexpected thing. It's going to address that. You're going to be lifted out of that. There's got to be a new job. Someone's going to get a new job fast. That might be where the contract was too. It's literally going from main female to the privileged female. It's a status change. Oh, chills down my back. If you receive government benefits, or you have to go to local charities, or you have to go to food banks, or you have to do certain things to get by, and you're like working like a dog for nothing, or you're having to work exceptional hours, and it's like, whatever this is, it's a grueling process. It feels like it's not fun. It's not really getting you anywhere. You can't get yourself out of the hole. We talked about getting out of the hole. This is going to be a status change. This is the kind of change where you're like, I don't need any type of help and assistance anymore. I can make all of my bills. In fact, so much so that I have time left over to be leisurely, because we have the privileged lady. Like, I've got the capacity. And you're going from it's getting out of this despair, feeling left out. But like, whatever situation you've been in financially has been desperate. You've been in a desperate financial situation. And the courthouse card came out again. So this is some type of contract, legal offer, a job offer, right? Because a job offer, like they would extend a lot of jobs. They will extend something. They like send you a written agreement, like, we will hire you for this. Da, 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 da. I knew I was feeling that. What's in the, okay. Yeah. Whatever it does brings in a lot of money. It changes your financial situation. That's why they're saying it changes your status. Like, things are a lot easier in life because you have the money to take care of things. Funny, because you're no longer stuck in taking whatever you can. It's just bringing you into financial stability. Like, there's going to be a status change. You're going to be brought into financial stability. I also get, I don't know why, I get like, this may give you leverage. If somebody is homeless, or if somebody is about to be evicted, or you're like, that's like, you don't have stable housing, that's coming in. You feel like you couldn't make any moves or do anything in regards to your housing. So this is a complete, utter upgrade, where a person is no longer having to be dependent on others and doing anything and everything to just get by, and scraping the bottom of the barrel type of energy. The solution is coming in to pull you out of poverty and give you this status change. And it's going to give such reprieve, is what I feel. So for somebody, and that's very specific right there. And I guess they're trying to let whoever has us know. Like, that's very specific. So yeah, we put out a lot of different scenarios. I think that's really amazing. What is this unexpected? There's not a lot you can do. Like if there was like if you felt like, okay, I want to get myself ready, they've given you plenty of time. They told you multiple times, but you were feeling like this is like the boy who cried wolf, and so you're like, yeah, sure, yeah. And the burden was too much to bear to keep being hopeful and like saying it's coming and it's not here, it's coming, it's not here, it's coming, it's not. So you just sort of had to disengage and just. And so they're not telling you in so much as like you got to do something to get ready because that time has already passed. They're just like, it's going to be a whirlwind. It's going to be very unexpected. It's going to be a surprise, but it's going to ignite like passion and life back into you again. You're going to be excited. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? And like this sense of feeling depraved or left out, this mourning of not being able to do it, that's over with. And just you wait. Everything's about to come to light. All right. Oh, that was beautiful, Miss. I liked that. I like doing very general and then asking specific scenarios, how something's going. I like that. We might need to do that. I've been asking for a new way to read. I'm like, gosh, I want to change things up a little bit. What should I do? And that happened. I like that setup because people are like, I don't understand how that applies to me. And it's like, if you get too specific, like there's times when we need to work through something. And so we get into like a 2 hour of like, your human needs to understand this so that you can move forward. But then there's other times where it's like, okay, I get it. So what's that mean for me? And I like that little, like, let's see what the scenarios are. That went very, I like that. I'm going to do that again. Got to keep my interest. These readings cannot be boring for me. Spirit, it can't be boring. That was really good. That was neat, actually. Okay, that's what I'm going to do again. No, I didn't. I started early. Like I've been doing a lot of those where I start at 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So, alrighty. Anything new happening? Anything new? Yeah, we good? I got to take a shower, y'all. I got to take a shower. Yeah. You been around the whole time, Ding Dong? You didn't say nothing? I'm talking to LP right there. He's like, I was listening from the start. I stayed silent. Alrighty. Well, I think I'm going to make everybody happy in my house and go take a shower because, yeah, I'm sure they would appreciate it. I'm going to try to start taking one before I come on because I feel more okay being on screen when I do that. So, but anywho's. All right, guys, y'all have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's beautiful, sunny, and bright, and that you get to just feel alive today. I think we all deserve that. So I will potentially see you tomorrow. Peace out, home skillets.